Alright everyone, I'm going to do the little roundup. I should really start doing these early in the day, but I can't always get to recording early in the day. I've just got to go to because I've got one shout out to do, so I've just found it ahead of when I get to it. Today I must say quite a few videos done today. I was up quite early. So I think I had before 8 o'clock. I think I got 4 or 5 videos recorded even before then. I got 2 or 3 done throughout the morning, and I didn't get anything done until this evening. And to be fair, I've literally done videos for the past 4 or 5 hours. I've done 4 or 5 hours of recording videos as well. But I've scheduled them for over the weekend and started next week, so I think I've got maybe 4 or 5 at least per day, maybe more scheduled for the next couple of days at least, as well as later today technically, because it's Saturday. It's currently 2:15 in the morning. But I may as well record when I've got the chance and I'm awake and there's stuff to talk about. If it'd been really quiet, I wouldn't have done it. I can imagine summer transfer window is going to be a lot more chaotic, and it would be a case of when that happens, I would just get to the stuff as quickly and as accurately as I can, because a lot of that is only going to be evening records, that period, and that's just because of the family life. But I'll worry about that in June, July, August. Okay, some of it will be able to be done during the day, but a lot of it will be potentially when I get around to it. Yes, I've done some videos today. I watched the Leverkusen. I've forgotten who they played. Leverkusen. Bear with me while I check. Where is it? I've literally just looked at it as well for the score. Yeah, they played VfL Bochum. It was 3-1 with Alex Garcia, 20th minute. Felix Passlack scored a fantastic equaliser, 26 minutes. So the shot, they were pretty much clean through. Keeper saved it, and Passlack just literally put in an absolutely sensational finish. On the hour mark, Victor Boniface scored. Bochum had chances to get back in that game, actually. They had a goal disallowed. I think Boniface was deemed offside because he touched it in a ball that was going across the Frimpong. So it's rolled under his foot and he's touched it. And Frimpong crossed it and Boniface scored, I think it was. I wonder if they mention it in the comment. I'm sure it was his goal that was disallowed. Yeah, Victor Boniface is caught offside. Yeah. Was it 80 minutes? And then Boniface got the winning goal in the 87th. Granit Xhaka, yes, the ex-Arsenal player, nearly made it 4. We hit the post, it rolled us on the goal line, hit the other post. So the keeper looked a bit confused at there. Yeah, I just watched to see how Frimpong played. He had a fairly decent game, to be fair. He played a bit further forward because he played a back three and they played wing backs, and he was on the right wing back. He gave the left hand side of Bochum a few problems. When needed to, he was fairly sturdy defending. There was no way he could have been blamed for the goal. I wouldn't have thought he was even at fault, to be honest, even in the build-up, because it seemed to be more central. I must admit, I was certainly watching it thinking that could have been defended so much better. So I watched that. What else did I do? Trying to think what else I did. I haven't really done much. It's either been videos or speaking to people or been relaxing. I've had a few idiots on here today. I think it's just going to be the nature of the beast, really. They're not going to bring me down. They're not going to get me down. Probably the reason I'm quieter than other videos at the moment is it's 20 past 2 in the morning. And I'm starting to get a little tired, and with it being late, I'm speaking quietly so I don't wake people up. Got nothing else to do with it, really. Yeah. We've seen a bit of interesting transfer news with claims on Elliot. I've done something on. I think I've done something on that. Can't remember when I've scheduled it for. If it's already live now, it will be either live or pending to go live. We've seen some stuff on Isak and some very good claims about why buying him could be a problem. And it's something I'd completely forgotten about is the homegrown rule. Completely forgotten all about that rule. I mean, you just take it for granted that the clubs know what they're doing. And when you're looking at players coming in, you could suggest a player, and actually, much as you'd want the player, could afford the player, it might not be doable because of this homegrown rule. So we can't replace, as it stands, with the squad it is, we couldn't just do a straight replace Trent with an Italian right back, because we'd have, I think, 18 non-homegrown players, and we're not allowed that. I see why this rule's in place. At times I like it. At times I don't. It used to be a lot harsher. It really did. But it is what it is. I don't know if I've touched up on this in the past day or two, but we've got 2 transfer windows this summer. First to the 10th of June, and then from, I think it is, the 16th. If I have touched upon it, I'm sorry for repeating myself. If I haven't, then, well, it doesn't matter, because I've told you anyway. Right, shout outs. I will just double check I haven't missed a comment. I don't think I have. I've got no notifications on YouTube and YouTube Studio when I go to comments. And I click I haven't responded. No comments found. So YouTube Studio is currently telling me I haven't got any missed comments. So if there is one there and I haven't responded to you, YouTube isn't telling me it's there. Alright? It did that the other day. Yesterday, I think. Somebody had replied from like a day ago, or they'd replied like the day before to something, and I had no notification. I only found it when I looked. I had no notification, but I went to the community thing in the YouTube Studio and it was there. So sometimes YouTube doesn't actually tell me. But this is a comment to the post when I said no vids out of the previously scheduled ones, when I said due to unforeseen circumstances. Because I was spent the day, because that post was done Tuesday, because I got a phone call about 9:30, so I had to go pick somebody up and go to the hospital, as you know, and I was there all morning. I literally got home and didn't really get much chance to do stuff, and I didn't know how that day was going to go. But the comment here is from Glenn Aitken 359, so I'm assuming they're called Glenn, and he just put, hope everything is okay, bro, YNWA. I did reply to him. In fact, I screenshotted this literally 4 minutes after he posted that comment, as it says 4 minutes ago. Thank you, Glenn. To answer that properly, yeah, I think so. Because when they went to the hospital, there was like 2 complications. One needed medication, which we have, and the other, I don't think there was anything they could give for it, but it does, hopefully, fingers crossed, touch wood, when I find the wooden leg on the sofa, it does seem like it's subsided and eased off, and today's been, on the whole, pretty much a much better day than even yesterday, and yesterday was a much better day than it was on Wednesday. So fingers crossed normality resumes on Monday. Fingers crossed. but I'm not going to assume until Monday, really. But as for me, well, I hadn't slept well Monday night anyway. Why, I don't know. So I was tired on the Tuesday. All that didn't help. So Tuesday night I didn't really get much sleep. Also, I didn't feel 100%. Wednesday, I was tired. Yesterday, I didn't feel 100% first thing in the morning. I just felt achy. And I just wondered if I'd slept awkwardly. This morning, though, when I woke up, woke up about 6. I think it was, fed pets. And I had to go back to bed for like an hour. Because I felt really hot. And I felt really lethargic and achy. Like my body ached from head to toe. By say 10 that morning, I felt a bit brighter. Even though when I was doing the videos that morning, I felt a lot brighter. I wasn't surprised I felt like that in the morning, because I felt a bit warm late last night before I went to sleep. And I felt fine during the day. I'm just wondering whether just this week and how this week unfolded out is just, what's the word, just taking a bit more out of me than I anticipated. Tired eyes again, so you can tell I'm getting tired. I'm probably, when I'm tired, I'm not sat in the best spot, because I've got the main light in the room is literally above my head, so if I'm look up I can just see the light in my eyes. I'm having to look away. But then it's harder to look at the camera. But yeah, maybe it's just this week's event has caught up with me. But right now I'm probably just exhausted. Probably need a good sleep, good rest, and a chance to probably recharge. But on the whole, Glenn, I'd say I'm pretty much okay. It's just been a stressful week, and it's not the first time this has happened, it won't be the last. It's not as bad as the summer, put it that way. Summer just gone. The start of that was horrific. And it's not something I'm going to divulge into, because if anything it's quite traumatic and quite upsetting, and I really would rather keep that to myself. So it's not as bad. We get spells like this, and then we can get months and months where there's nothing. Then we get every other week. So thank you for the shout out, it meant a lot. Thank you for the shout out, thank you for the comment, it meant a lot. You can tell I'm tired, can't you? I'm getting words mixed up. As for the weekend, it'll be watching the FA Cup I did want to watch the Mainz Dortmund game as well, but that clashes with Bournemouth City. So it's a case of, do I watch a potential good striker, or do I watch Kirkers and Houston? I think I'd probably watch the FA Cup, to be honest. What are the FA Cup fixtures this weekend? I can't remember. Let's have a look. Today. So, we have the FA Cup quarter-finals. So, tomorrow, 12:15, is Fulham Palace. And then 5:15, Brighton Forest. Sunday, 1:30 p.m, Preston North End against Villa. Then 4:30 p.m, Bournemouth against Man City. Now, which are they all on TV? Let's have a look. ITV1 or STV or ITVX or STV Player has the Fulham Palace game. If you have La Liga TV or Premier Player, you can watch Zubamendi and Kubo against Valladolid, as Valladolid travel to Real Sociedad. La Liga TV and the Premier have Espanyol and Atletico Madrid. One Football also have Genoa, so if you want to see any of the players linked, maybe able to watch them. Brighton and Hove Albion and Forest is on BBC One, BBC Two if you're in Wales, iPlayer on the BBC Sport website. It's 5:15. If you want to see Angelo Stella and Hugo Ekitike, it's on Sky Sports Plus at 5:30. That's Frankfurt. Real Madrid play tomorrow night. Monaco Nice, I think we've been partially linked with Vanderson and Monaco. Sunday, so I'm thinking of the teams we've had players linked with, and if you want to watch them. If you want to support and be interested in watch the WSL, Everton play Man United in the WSL on BBC Red Button. Let's have a look at the other fixtures. Preston is BBC One, 1:30. One Football, Fiorentina versus Atalanta. So players linked with Atalanta, for example, are Edison, is it? And recently, is it Lookman? If you want to watch our women's team against Villa, it's on LFC TV, LFC TV Go, or WSL YouTube. I might watch that actually. Well, the only other game at that time is the Frauen Bundesliga. It's Bayern Munich against Bayer Leverkusen. I think we've still got a Lioness playing for Bayern Munich. I'm sure Georgia Stanway's still there. Barcelona plays Girona tomorrow. I don't think we've been. There's rumours of. There's potential rumours of the two fullbacks at Girona, but I don't think there's any here. If you have Triller TV Plus, you can watch Feyenoord, because there's a good suggestion for a right back. I mentioned. I'm assuming he'll be playing for Feyenoord. Sky Sports Plus have the Dortmund Mainz game, so you might be able to say Jamie Gittins. Bournemouth City, so you might see Houston and Kirkes. There's one striker at Udinese. I think I've done a video to come out. I don't know when the video is set to come out, but he might play against Inter Milan, and we've been linked with, I believe, is it Bastoni and Marcus Thuram, so if you want to see how they do. Also on La Liga TV, sorry if you're tuning in and you're getting various random football fixtures. I'm just picking matches with players that might interest us. La Liga TV, a Premier player. Valencia play Real Mallorca, so we can see a new goalkeeper. Napoli versus AC Milan, TNT Sports. I don't think we're linked to anybody from Napoli. Possible links to Rafael Leao at Milan. But you know what, that could be a good game, so I'm just going to watch it anyway. So yeah. Example of, if I could, I'd watch all the ones available that I would. So see there's Napoli Milan, we're not linked with anybody. I'm watching it because it's a game of football, and that's just me. I like to look at the fixtures. I sometimes watch the Australian A-League. When the Africa Cup of Nations is on, I'll watch that. If I could have watched the Brazil-Argentina game the other night, I would have watched that. That's just me. So yeah, weekend will be family time, because thankfully I've got somebody in the family that loves football just as much as me. So we will be watching that together, I think, all four of the quarterfinals of the FA Cup. We'll probably watch the Napoli game as well. And we might watch the Liverpool Villa game as well, depending on time and things. I don't think I've got any plans to go out or anything. I really can't be bothered. So that's tomorrow, and I think Sunday will be fairly similar. Now, all being well, back to normal on Monday. Fingers crossed. Which, if so, and if I've got like everything everywhere to myself, I will do the live streams again if I get like the peace and quiet to do them. Because it's really hard to do them when there's people walking around and in and out of rooms, because it's not fair on them, not fair on you, not fair on me. It's not nice just to be constantly interrupted or having to get up and do things. So I do live streams when I know that I'm not going to be disturbed. And hopefully that can start again on Monday. Just stay tuned, alright? I don't think there's anything major. Let's have a look. Oh, Fabrizio Romano's put something. I've got a notification of Fabrizio Romano. What's he said? Reports of Cristiano Ronaldo and Lionel Messi to play together at Inter Miami for Club World Cup on short-term deal are wide of mark. I didn't even think there was anything. I wouldn't have even thought of anything of that. If I go to away from my personal Twitter account to the YouTube channel's Twitter feed, now the pinned post from Indy Kyler, who previously pinned to us, was the Isak negotiations. Exclusive: plans to remove Trent Alexander-Arnold mural at Anfield have been discussed if the player is to leave. Oh, it's the picture where you see him with the name and him at the back of the shirt. Alexander-Arnold 66 with the quote, "I'm just a normal lad from Liverpool whose dream has just come true." Is taking it off a good idea? Is it? I mean, yes, he's potentially off, but he's done a lot for the club anyway. Would it be not nice to remember the good times? I don't know. I know some people want him, every memory of him scrubbed from history, and it's like he was never there. And some people think he hasn't tarnished stuff. He just wants to push himself to a new challenge. I see both sides of it. What's this? LFC transfer room, potential 11. Let's have a look at this. Frimpong, Ibu Konate, Van Dijk, Kirkez, Soboslai, Verch, Maka, Gakpo, Isak, Salah, and Alisson in goal. It's not a bad team, but it's not happening. Ryan Brewster, one of our ex-players, has now scored or assisted in his last 3 games for Sheffield United. What's this? Another one from this LFC transfer room. Info: Bournemouth defender and LFC reported target Dean Hewson claims that Joel Matip is the most underrated defender in Premier League history from recent memory, as he played with Van Dijk. Underrated? Yeah. Ben Jacobs at give me stress. Sorry, give me sport. Jeremy Frimpong and Newcastle United fan favourites. Timo Livramento are appreciated by Liverpool. He's a good player, Timo Livramento. As you know, I've done the Harvey Elliott stuff. Ben Jacobs again here, just looking through the Twitter nonsense. Liverpool remain optimistic signing Mo Salah to a new contract, but if he leaves, we're interested in both Rodrigo and Ryan Cherki, though nothing is advanced yet. I believe the Cherki links. I don't believe the Rodrigo one. And then he puts a tweet an hour later. Important to note that there was no indication at the moment that Liverpool are seriously considering a move for Ryan Cherki. Yeah, you've just said. So yeah. Now it's interesting, we've got Melissa Reddy mentioning a bit of Liverpool stuff. Let's have a look. Nothing major there. So, social media has not gotten anything major. We've done the shout outs, done about today, done the weekend, potential back to normal next week. Whereas last night's catch up was like 5 minutes long, this is like nearly 40 minutes long. I don't think there's anything else to really discuss. Is there any players you've seen linked that I haven't, and you want to know my thoughts on them? Drop them in comments. I mean, I've seen the last player somebody brought to my attention was it Fernandez? Is it Roger Fernandez? I'd seen somebody else as well, and I've looked at them. But yeah, I don't mind looking at players and trying to find out a little bit more about. Oh, excuse me. Tired. Finding out a bit more about the profile, abilities, age, appearances, stats. Digging in a little deeper into what makes them who they are, and in terms of a player, what they can offer. I don't mind doing that. But we just need the linked players, so if you see links, no matter how tenuous, I'll have a look. I've also done a few suggestions for players and positions. A few for strikers. I did a right back, which was Slot's right back at Feyenoord. And he's the Dutch first choice right back, because Frimpong is on the wing for Holland. No, I think that's pretty much it. I think that is absolutely pretty much it. So I am going to close the recording and say good night to you all. But remember to drop a like and comment and all that stuff. It really helps. Alright guys, thank you very much. Take care.